Good afternoon, family. Donnie Samir here. Let's get some more people in the chat room before we get started. We're going to discuss this, Twitter beef between Roland Martin and Monique. And then also, too, I want to give a shout out to Little John. You know, from my understanding, Little John has opened up a couple schools in Ghana, in Africa. And then the question becomes, with that being said, can Umar Johnson or should Umar Johnson just open up his schools in Africa? I know the brother, gets offended when people give him suggestions, so it's whatever. But Little John has opened up 2 schools in Africa. So what is it that Little John sees in Africa that Umar doesn't see in Africa? So we're gonna build on that as well. But I want to start off with this. What's good, people? So I want to start off with the Monique and Roland Martin situation. This is my issue with the situation and my situation overall. Now, Roland Martin had an interview with Richard Spencer, arch fiend white supremacist. Okay, where when pressed, Roland Martin backed down in regards to identifying as black. I'm gonna try to play some of this. Let me know if you guys press 1 in the chat room if you guys can hear this interview. Hold on one second. I'm
a man.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Do you identify as a? I don't use the term white nationalist. I like the term alt-right, first off, and I also like the term identitarian.
Can you guys hear that?
What I am and what I believe.
And what is that?
Identity is at the heart of my ideology. So
what's that identity?
Race is a foundation of that identity, undoubtedly.
Race is simply a creation of mankind. That's a construct. It doesn't exist. I mean, my line is.
Now, hold on. So I want to stop it right there. Race is a social construct. Now, Roland Martin, when confronted by Richard Spencer, will say that race is a social construct. But I guarantee you that if we have the black, media awards, he's not gonna pull the race is a social construct and not show up to the black media awards. But let's continue. So you have Richard Spencer, who is unapologetically white, and you have Roland Martin, who primarily utilizes black platforms, not race as a social construct platforms, gets on black platforms whose market is black people, telling Richard Spencer pretty much, I'm not black because black is a social construct. Let me continue. Hold on.
No, I know who I am. First of all, I'm Roland Martin. I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Do you identify as a black man?
Oh, first of all, I identify as a man.
So Roland Martin was asked by Richard Spencer, do you identify as a black man? He said no. I mean, come on, y'all. He said no. He said no. He said, I identify as a man. Let's continue.
Okay.
Identify as a man. No, actually, it's not sexist because if one person is a woman, identifies as a woman. Okay. So I'm a man. I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. Are you a Christian?
Now he wants to invoke religion. I'm a Christian. So Roland Martin, race is a social construct. I'm not black. I'm a man. I'm a Christian man. Has a coming. Richard Spencer made Roland Martin have a coming to Jesus moment. He made Roland Martin have a come to Jesus moment. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. He made Roland Martin have a come to Jesus moment. Richard Spencer did. So now, Roland Martin is a Christian man, doesn't identify as black because it's a cultural or social construct, but will primarily uses black platforms. Richard Spencer made him have a Christian man coming to Jesus moment. Let's continue.
I'm a cultural Christian. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Well, you know, many of us struggle with faith, but I started a
Hold
Christian.
on. You can't call yourself a cultural Christian and then say I struggle with faith.
Now hold on. Now all of a sudden, the Christian Roland Martin turns into a exactly. So being Christian is not a social construct. Because the only reason why the majority of Black people in America are Christians is because of slavery. Because you're a product of your environment. That's the truth. So race is a cultural construct, but Christianity isn't a social construct. So he turned it to so basically Richard Spencer turned Roland Martin into a Jehovah's Witness. He's trying to convert freaking Richard Spencer into a proper Christian. Exactly. He turned into a Christian revolutionary. So Richard Spencer turns Roland Martin into a Christian revolutionary who doesn't identify as Black. Okay? That's what Richard Spencer did. But when it comes to Monique, he spills all the beans. Is sipping tea when it comes to Monique. What happened to the I'm a Christian when it came to Monique? Okay, let me read this exchange between Monique and Roland Martin real quick. Let me tell you how his tone changed. So, hold on one second. Let's see here. Let me read this. So, Richard Spencer turns Roland Martin into a Christian. Hold on, man. Hopefully this. Let me turn this ad off. Hold on one second.
Put a roof over the heads of hundreds.
There we go. Guys, turn this off. All right, there we go. All right.
Proud of the one.
Okay, let me go to a different site. For God's sake. Please mute this. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is what Monique Twittered to Roland Martin. Brother Roland, please listen. We getting ready to do press. I appreciate your fight. However, where is your fight for equality when it comes to your sisters? Let's talk, brother. Which is a legit question. This is Roland Martin's response. Monique, the fact that you are even asking the question about what I have done to fight for equality in sisters shows you don't know. I don't talk about it. Listen to this. I don't talk about it. I do it. What have you done? Now, you'll talk about converting Richard Spencer into a proper Christian, but you don't want to talk about what you're doing for women. You'll talk about how you want to go out and propagate and try to get people to vote for Hillary Clinton, for God's sake. But you don't want to talk about what you're specifically doing for Black women. This is Roland Martin. And Monique's not perfect. I'm not saying she's perfect, but the issue I have overall, okay, this is the issue I have with right now what's going on. You have Black Hollywood, okay, going after Monique harder than they do the people that they claim are discriminating against them, the people that they claim are underpaying them, the people that they claim that are pretty much being racist, the people that they claim aren't giving them Oscars and awards. So they want to do a full press attack, show receipts, spill the tea, spill the beans, sip on tea. But when it comes to Richard Spencer, the Richard Spencers of Hollywood who run Hollywood, they want to backpedal and turn into Christians. That's my issue. That's my issue. And Ronnie, I'm sorry. You know what? I apologize about that. But I wanted to talk about, in fact, this is what I do, Ronnie. I understand what you're saying. I understand. In fact, I'm going to do a poll. People, should I okay, Ronnie, I'll probably do just a separate piece on that. But I had to talk about this. But at the same time, Ronnie, you got to understand. Okay, these same Richard Spencer demons are also in Africa too. Okay, if you don't think that Richard Spencer types aren't manipulating African leaders, you're being delusional. So I understand what you're saying, okay, in regards to keep these demons in Africa. But who do you think colonialized Africa, and who do you think is pulling the strings on your African leaders? So we'll call Richard Spencer a demon, but the president of France, what's his name? Hold on, the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. He's just as big as a demon, and African leaders will march and hold hands with him and the previous president. Now, the president from Ghana called him out and confronted him, but I mean, for real, we got to look at that. We got to look at the fact that now, Roni, we have to look at the fact, okay, you said Jesus. I went to Africa. I've been to about 11 countries in Africa, okay? When I was in Ghana and a lot of these African countries, all I see are white people. Pictures of Jesus are white Jesus depicted everywhere. Pictures of white Jesus everywhere in these countries. So again, I know you don't want Richard Spencer and Africa in the same sentence, but I mean, you got to think about it. The same way Roland Martin is backpedaling when he's confronted by Richard Spencer, African leaders right now are backpedaling as well when it comes to the Richard Spencer types that are controlling Africa. That's just the facts. Are backpedaling. That's just the fact. Even in the Muslim countries, the Christians in the Muslim countries, like when I'm in Senegal, if there's a church, there's a white picture of Jesus. I mean, that's just the truth, man. So if I offended anybody by putting Richard Spencer and Africa in the same sentence, I'm sorry. But the reality is Richard Spencer types are controlling Africa. That's just the fact of it. That's just what it is. Somebody at my door. Yeah, that's just what it is. You know, so I'm sorry if I offended anybody in the chat in regards to putting Richard Spencer in the same sentence of Africa. But Richard Spencer types, okay, have been controlling Africa since colonialism and still are. That's just what it is. Because if you don't think the Europeans in Africa right now don't think like Richard Spencer, you're kidding yourself. You're lying to yourself. Okay? If you don't think the majority of Europeans, okay, who live in Africa right now, okay, don't think like Richard Spencer, you're kidding, you're lying to yourself. All right, I got distracted. Let me get back to what I was talking about. I hope you guys you guys, if I make sense. In fact, if you don't think that the majority of non-blacks in Africa right now don't think like Richard Spencer, you're kidding yourself. Now the question is, why do Africans tolerate it? Okay, that's another video. I got distracted. But when it came to Richard Spencer, Roland Martin turns into a Christian missionary, Christian bishop, a Christian pastor. He turns into Creflo Martin. He turns to T.D. Jakes Martin. Roland Martin does when it's time to confront Richard Spencer. But listen to the tone, okay? When he goes after Monique. He wants to pull receipts. All right. I don't need to talk. I'll put in the work. Now, when you were out here going door to door for Hillary Clinton, okay, you talked about it and you did it. All right. When you went door to door for Hillary Clinton. Man, where's the rest of it? Let's see here. Hold on, they're not on BT.com. They're not showing the entire whatchamacallit. Hold on one second. Okay, and this is on Instagram. I'm sorry, this is on Instagram, not Twitter. I'm sorry, it's on Instagram. All right, so and then he wants to reference John Murray. So now he wants to gossip. So in front of Richard Spencer, Roland Martin is the perfect Christian man, non-black Christian man. But when it comes to Monique, he wants to go for the jugular and reference John Murray and gossip to talk to deal with Monique. Okay, I'm trying to find the whole dialogue. I want to read it to you guys. I just had it in front of me. Hey, hold on one second. Let me try to find this. Here we go. Okay, Monique. Okay, here we go. I already read that. Damn, where's the... I had the whole exchange. Like, I had the whole exchange up at one time. Hold on one second. Let me go through one. But you guys get what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think I need to read the... But that's a legit question that Monique asked. Where is your fight for equality when it comes to your sisters? There is no fight at all. There is no fight when it comes to black women, especially by these so-called black Democrats and black liberals. Because when it comes to fighting for black women, everybody throws in the non-black, poor white. So there is no specific fight for equality when it comes to black women. Roland Martin does that same shit. Here we go. Anyone who watched my TV One TV shows, Washington Watch and News One Now, know that. They know who I put on as guest panelists, even guest hosts. You don't want to go there with me. Okay, let's talk about the Umar Johnson situation. So the women that you empower, Roland Martin, come on your platform and ambush people like Umar Johnson, which I know everyone doesn't agree with Umar, but what he did was that was petty. So again, that's what they consider empowerment overall when it comes to black women. It's not economic equality. Okay, what is Monique is talking about? It's dumb, petty shit. Okay, let me bring this woman on my platform to be loud and ratchet and ambush and argue. Let me bring this black woman on my platform to be loud and ratchet and argue and be confrontational. That's what the definition of black woman equality is to pretty much the whole, just in general, across the board, whether it's liberal or conservative. It's not economic equality because, again, I find it odd that when Monique, I don't care how she got to this place that she's in, that when it's time to talk about black woman equality and getting paid, economic equality to be specific, because as they say, money talks, bullshit walks. When it comes to black economic equality for black women, no one wants to defend her. Okay, no one wants to support her. Everybody becomes they go into attack mode. That's the issue I have. Hey, I appreciate the super chats. 876 Chef, y'all, Edward Anderson. I appreciate the super chat. That's my issue. Okay, everybody wants to go hardcore and pull receipts and spill tea and beans, sip tea when it comes to Monique. But when it comes to the people, okay, who are underpaying black people in Hollywood altogether, no one wants to spill the beans. No one wants to spill the tea. Everyone is quiet. You know, everyone's on Vlad TV crying about it. You know, how they're being discriminated against in Hollywood on Vlad TV on his couch crying about it. But when it comes to Monique, for asking the brothers, like, look, I need some help. You guys have not been there for Black women, which is true. It's the truth. They haven't. Not specifically for Black women, because again, the language or the story is when a Black woman comes out and says, look, Black women are being underpaid, here we go with the Black, brown, poor, white. Black woman says, I'm being underpaid. This is something that Black women are going through. Here comes Black, brown, poor, white. Which, if you study history, Black women have had it worse than the non-Black and poor white people in this country. Melanie Wise, appreciate the super chat. So that's my issue. You have Monique. Again, I don't care what you guys say about her, how she might have been rude on set. You know, people are attacking her character. At the end of the day, okay, even if it's for selfish reasons, as many of you are saying, okay, she is speaking out specifically for Black women. She's not pulling the Black, brown, poor, white game, okay? Because again, no one has went through what Black women have went through, okay? But then Black so-called non-media, that's not even Black media, is white owned or brown owned, hence the root owned by Univision or whatnot. What's up, family? They're attacking her. Like I said, I know Monique's not perfect. I know it. But I mean, for God's sake, I mean, she's speaking out specifically for Black women, you guys. And where are the white feminists at? Thank you, Regina. Where are the white feminists at to support all the petty shit that Black feminists and white feminists support and go and make causes and want to bring attention to? Why aren't the Black and white feminist coalition supporting Monique? Now, I disagree, Tara. Women do support women. It just depends what race the woman is, to be honest with you. And if it's a Black woman, it better not be pay us the same amount you're paying white women, or pay us the same amount you're paying non-Black women, because all of a sudden then the support disappears. But if it's on some the Black community better accept the LGBTQ better accepted. Here comes all the support, funds, support. Here come all the resources, everything. But when it comes to Black women focusing on Black women getting paid, everybody disappears. You know, when it comes to sexual liberation, all right, funding, support, what's her name? Amber Rose, Slutwalk, funding, support, let's fund this, let's give them the money, let's support it. Everyone supports it, everyone backs it. But when it comes to, again, Black women wanting to be paid as much as white women in Hollywood, all the support disappears. But again, when it comes to perversion, as far as Amber Rose and doing that shit, when it comes to if you remotely disagree with anything LGBTQ related, you're homophobic. When it comes to that, you remotely just disagree with anything, whether it be, I don't agree that someone that used to be a man who converted to a woman is, to me, that's not a woman. They will come down on you and they will fund the hell out of that. They will support all types of everything in our community for that. But when it comes to something just, hey, can black women get the same check as white women? Nah, they're not supporting that. Nope, not at all. Nope. And here comes Roland Martin and who's this other guy? Let me read the rest of this exchange. John Murray and, you know, all the comedians that she's being delusional. Nope, no, can't happen. When it comes to Ebony Magazine and Essence Magazine putting out articles, you know, how can black women make sure, or what does a black woman do if her white man is a white supremacist? How to tolerate that and deal with that? Complete support, let's fund it. So this is what I'm talking about. But again, Monique is saying black women need that bag. Y'all want to find every excuse not to support her. But then we see white feminists supporting the most pettiest shit. We see everybody else who will support the most pettiest shit no matter what, if one of their own come out and speak out. But when it comes to Monique, we got to find every excuse not to support her. And if people are saying, well, she shouldn't have called out Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and who was the other person? Lee Daniels. She's just confirming everything we already knew about these people. All she's doing is confirming it. We already knew everything she said about those three. Everybody in the black community knew that was the truth. It's just everybody was afraid to say it because if you're in that matrix or that environment, you might get blackballed. So they were just scared to say it. But everything she said about Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Tyler Perry, everybody already knows that. It's just, again, many are afraid to say it because they think they won't be able to eat. And that's the truth. Steve Harvey, too. Voice of reason. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is black women are being played, okay, as a sideshow in Hollywood. All right. But then black woman says, look, it's time for us to get that bank and get that bag. All of a sudden, oh, you tripping, Monique. Oh, well, on this movie set, you did this and were disrespectful. And on that movie set, man, come on, man. And you're right, Black. We need to build our own as well. But again, we want to go for Monique's throat. Okay? We want to go for her throat. All right? Come after her. Call her everything in the book. But when it comes to the people who black people in the entertainment industry, when they go on Vlad TV's couch and start complaining how they're underpaid and how the industry is racist towards black people, we don't want to go after those people like we're going after Monique. And that's the issue, family. All right, so I'm done with that. Shout out to Little John for building schools in Africa. And I've been trying to tell you guys through my platform, okay? There's opportunities outside of America. All right? Opportunities outside of America. Okay? You have foreigners have no problem leaving their country and going to everywhere on this planet to build and be successful. But for some reason, a lot of black people feel as if they can't make it in their own neighborhood, that there's no other options. So yeah, Little John, who has built 2 schools in Africa. So the question becomes now, y'all know I support Umar Johnson. All right. And a lot of people question me like, Dynas, man, like, I'm faithful to our people, bro. I'm very faithful to our people. If you're actually out there doing something positive on our behalf of the Black collective, I'll support you, even through some of your faults and character flaws. Now, I'm not naive. But again, you know, it's just the people that we support. A lot of the Black people we choose to support that aren't doing anything specifically to better our people, we want to get behind them. Okay, who are like your boy Roland said, I don't talk about it, I do it. No, you talk about it, Roland. You do talk about it. Because you were out there campaigning for Hillary like crazy. You do talk about it on your show. So don't act like you don't talk about it and do it. You talk about it and do it. And talking about it is just as important. Bringing awareness to it is just as important. If you know your sisters in Hollywood are being underpaid, why not talk about it? So yeah, don't play for those games. Don't fall for those games. But should Umar just build a school in Africa? I say yeah, do it. Little John's built 2 schools. And then another thing Umar has to realize: you build your school in Ghana, the number of Black expats that are relocating to Ghana, you'll have people there who will want to go to your school. The amount of Black people that reach out to me and say, hey, Dynas, you know, I'm looking for this in Ghana, or I'm looking for that in Ghana, or I have my kids, I don't know what to do with them. Should I homeschool them in Ghana? What should I do? You got the Marcus Garvey, I forgot the name of the school, but you got Umar School now, a viable option. Shit, if I move to Ghana, I'll send my kids to Umar School in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I think it'll be a great idea because I know Umar said he's considered, you know, building his school in Africa. I think that would be the best option, honestly. Let's talk about jobs in Africa for Black Americans. There aren't any jobs for Black Americans in Africa. You need to have an entrepreneur spirit if you plan on relocating to Africa. Now, if you have a connection here that might have a branch or office in Africa, that's one thing. But you're not gonna go to Africa looking for a job. Okay, straight entrepreneur. Straight doing your own thing. Exactly, you got to make your own job. So what's the job market in Africa? There is no job market in Africa for you as an expat. Okay, there isn't. You got to go to Africa to build and do your own thing and create jobs. So I think Umar can stretch his dollar a lot further in Africa, in Ghana, and his school. I tell you, the Ghanaian people or wherever country plans to build a school, if he was to build in Africa, I think they would appreciate his school more over there than Black people will appreciate it here. Because already Black people are given every excuse why not to go to Umar School if he builds it here in America. Black people in Africa, or Africans, whatever, would love to have Umar School over in Africa. Will support Umar in Africa. They'll absolutely love it. You know, so a small boarding school institution, and then you don't have to worry about the bullshit that. So I mean, he already has a target on his back. That's the thing about Umar. He has a huge target on his back. So it's going to be hard for him to build a school here in America. So if I were him, I would definitely build a school in a place like Ghana. I would say English-speaking country. You know, Ghana, Nigeria. But I would definitely build it in Ghana. Because you have chiefs. You know, I have people in Ghana where chiefs, okay, will give you the land for almost nothing if you build something for the community. So he could save money on buying land. He can employ Africans to build the school. All right. Everything will be African centered. It just, me personally, a guy like Umar, it just makes sense to build a school in Ghana. It just makes more sense. That's just me. But again, it's not my money. at all. No matter what he does, you know, I'll roll with it. But I think it just makes more sense to build a school in Ghana. That's just me personally, you know. But hey, again, what do I know? So you go to Ghana. I'm pretty sure he has some connections over there. If not, I know people. I'm building this school for the community. You hire Africans to come build the school from the ground. And there you go. Little John's done it twice. So why not? All right, any questions in the chat room? I'm sorry, I've been talking and going on and on. I haven't really been keeping up with the stream. That's another thing. Okay, so I'm glad somebody brought up Jay-Z in the Van Jones show. I'm gonna close it on this. So people want to use the excuse why we shouldn't, I guess, support Monique is because they want to bring up her past. They want to say this about her, that about her. She was rude. She did this. They want to bring up her past. But y'all will ride for Jay-Z and not bring up Jay-Z's past. So y'all are quick to bring up Monique's past on why not to support her. But you guys will support the hell out of Jay-Z, okay, and not bring up his past. Because I would say this, Jay-Z's past is probably more destructive to black people than Monique's past. But y'all don't want to support Monique, but support Jay-Z. That's the issue. But oh well, you know, at the end of the day, like somebody said in the chat room, I think it's just best for Monique to build on her own. And somebody, I think it was Brother Ben X, I watched a video he had, and he kind of gave a formula on how Monique could be successful building on her own. In fact, Monique needs to reach out. What's the name of the producer? Oh man, he does his own. Is a rapper. Come on, guys, he's a rapper that's completely independent. There's Chance the Rapper, and there's another rapper. What's his name? Dang, what's the name of the rapper, guys? Come on. That's been doing his own thing, that's been completely independent. And then there's a producer, not Dame Dash, not Trick Daddy. And then there's not Ice Cube. Man, we've completely over there. We're not even close, not even warm. Hold on, let me hold on. Producer creates app. Hold on, I'm gonna give you this guy's name. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Oh, what's this guy's name? I think he sung the song, and guys, the diamond, I'm your diamond girl. Hold on, what's his name? Hold on. I'm not gonna sing this shit because I can't sing. Ryan Leslie, I think his name is. Hold on, let me confirm it. I think it's Ryan Leslie. He said Nipsey Hussle. No, not Nipsey Hussle. I think it's Ryan Leslie. Hold on, let me I think it's Ryan Leslie. I could be wrong. Superphone, Ryan Leslie. She needs to reach out to Ryan Leslie. Okay, because what he has in place, the system he has in place, and then the other rapper's name, I think was Tech 9. Hold on, let me see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Tech 9. So if I were her, again, I'm just giving advice. Ryan Leslie and Tech 9. They've been completely independent. All right. You guys need to research. I'm gonna say this. You guys need to research Ryan Leslie on YouTube and see his Superphone app. You need to research that. All right. And, you know, Tech Nine is huge too, but you need to research Ryan Leslie and his Superphone app. How's Ryan Leslie a simp? How is he a simp? Just listen to his interviews and what he's doing. Like Ryan Leslie. All right. Go overseas. I don't understand why. Now, if Monique came to Africa and focused on Africa, she would do very well. And Monique just toured Africa, she would do very well. But again, and I'm not running Monique's business. You know, I'm not her manager. But I would, what Cassie situation? How's Ryan Leslie a simp? What Cassie situation? But anyways, forget he a simp or not. Look at what he developed, okay, with the Superphone app. You guys need to research that. You need to research that. But again, we want to bring up Monique's past, okay? But we don't want to bring up Jay-Z's past. But it's whatever. I'm kind of out of it, man. Like it's whatever. I have no Casmu, thank you. No, it's all good, Casmu. Thank you for the super chat, fam. You know, I have no desire to you know, I guess pursue Hollywood at all, man, because it's just it just makes no sense. He let Cassie go for free to Diddy. Who does that? Well, anyway, study his app, the Superphone app. You guys need to research that. London Town, appreciate that, fam. Have you subscribed to the channel, London Town? Make sure you subscribe. I didn't know that. I didn't know Cassie was Ryan Leslie's. But what has Cassie put out? I mean, I know she had that one song. I mean, what has Cassie put out like in the last, 10 years or whatnot? So what did Ryan Leslie really lose? I know she had a couple songs, but I don't know. I don't keep up with it. But needless to say, guys, I would research Ryan Leslie's his app, the Superphone app. And that's something Monique can implement, because it's just time for Monique to do her own thing, man. Hollywood is a wrap for Monique for the most part. Black folks won't support her. Hollywood won't support her. Non-blacks won't support her. Industry won't support her. White people won't support her. No one wants to support her. So it's just the best that she takes her fan base and engages her fan base like Ryan Leslie with the Superphone and go that route, because it's pretty much a wrap now. But it's all good. I support Monique. But anyways, any other statements or comments in the chat room? Can I make an update video about which African countries to travel to and flight prices? There's a site. Hold on. Let me first of all, let me read the rest of this. I'm not going to read the rest of this tweet or this tweet situation between situation with Roland Martin and Monique. He ended it saying, "I'm going to continue to fight for economic equality for Black men and women." See, this is the thing. Monique is now forcing a lot of Black people in Hollywood to go ahead and come out and say, "I'm fighting for economic equality for Black men and women." Before, they weren't doing that. So what she's doing is admirable. It's just what she has to understand now is like Hollywood is kind of a wrap. You got to just do your own thing. Go to Nollywood route. I will be in Ivory Coast for sure in September. I'm trying to get back to Africa sooner. I would love to go in May or December sometime. So I'm trying to get back in December, but for sure in September, I will be in Ivory Coast. And this year is going to be Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Benin, and then hopefully, you know, I'm gonna try to do Mali and Burkina Faso, and maybe Namibia. There's a lot of places I need to go. A lot of places I need to go. So yeah, you going to Gidi? You should love it. How am I able to travel so much? To be honest, I don't travel a lot. I mean, Magnifi, I don't travel a lot. It just seems like I travel a lot because I document so much. You know, I mean, I have a corporate job that affords me the opportunity to travel. But you know, but yeah, but I need to be documenting more on the continent because that's the info that people want. They want to see what's going on the ground. You know, I'm gonna do another video on this. I just feel like that hashtag, the Africa, the media doesn't show you on TV hashtag. You know, they want to show the big buildings and Kentucky Fried Chicken and all this other stuff, but they're not setting a record straight on African indigenous culture. I think that's the issue. They're forgetting all that, you know, but oh well. All right, fam. Not yet, but I plan on going to Haiti soon. I got to get to Haiti. Have to. But no, I don't go to the I have not been to the Caribbean. But like I said, I want to go to Haiti. So, any more questions, family? Everybody that super chatted, thank you for super chatting. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon. Make sure you guys subscribe to Patreon. Make sure you guys also had a lot of stamps on my passport. I had so many, I had to get another passport. Yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon. Make sure you guys social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm also on Black Junction. I'm trying all these Tara, search for Uhuru at gmail.com. Search for Uhuru at gmail.com. So I'm going on more platforms. So Pinterest, I'm on there. Black Junction, I'm on there now. I'm about to sign up for Tumblr. You know, I'm just trying to fill it out and get on other platforms just to figure it out. So make sure you guys follow and like me on those. Make sure you guys like, follow, share. If you know, super chat on YouTube as well. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Search for Uhuru. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Go to searchforhuru.com. Also, too, on Facebook, new page, Africa Personified. Make sure you guys are liking that. On Facebook, the new group, okay, the new page is Africa Personified. Okay, Facebook, Africa Personified. Make sure you guys on there. Okay. Make sure you guys on there. Pretty much everything I do is more on the Africa Personified brand. A lot of it. Okay. You know, like I said, we're gonna grow this thing more than just me documenting Africa, which is important. Okay. I want to take, I mean, is media. All right. The actual media portion, okay, is wide open. Black media right now, because it doesn't exist, is wide open. That's Black and African. So I'm going after that too. Hold on one second. So yeah, so make sure you guys are on that. Liking, following. Okay. So basically, Africa personified is the embodiment of African culture. That's what we do. Okay. So again, Africa personified is the embodiment of African culture. So that's what the page is about. I'm going to have prints for sale, posters for sale. I got to put out my coffee table books this year. Guys, I have so much content. Like, so much content. It's crazy. I have enough content to do about 8 documentaries. And I have a bunch, enough to do about freaking 8 big ass coffee table books and posters. I have a ton of content, man. Like what you guys see on my social media as far as Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I got so much stuff, man. Facebook, Africa Personified is on Facebook. That's the new page. Make sure you guys go on that. That's the embodiment of African culture on Facebook. On Facebook. I'm gonna put up the Instagram page soon. And then the banner, as far as the media platform, I'm working on that as well. So, so yeah. So, a lot of things. Because again, I want to, when you guys donate on Patreon and you guys super chat, I want to offer more value. It's going to be bigger than just me on here running my mouth about Monique and Roland Martin and Richard Spencer. I'm trying to bring more value. So you guys are actually getting bang for your buck. You know what I mean? So that's why I have the people from Africa come on, giving business advice, how to build in Africa. I actually go to Africa and document as much as possible. I already put up some more videos today. Like I said, I just want to grow it, but I need your guys' help to grow it. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. The media platform I'm working on is pretty much going to be an unapologetic Pan-African media platform. That's what it is, Pan-African. No one's doing that. That covers everybody, the entire diaspora in Africa. No one's doing that. Because you notice like a lot of Nigerian platforms are just strictly Nigerian, same thing for Ghanaian. Mine is going to be covering everything all over. It's ambitious, but we're doing it. It's in the works. So give me some time. I got to put it together. The prints are coming out. If you're on my Patreon and you are a $10 or more pledge, all right, your postcards will be shipped by the second week of February at the latest. So yeah, so that's coming out soon. So if you have donated, if you're a recurring pledge on Patreon for $10 or more, the postcards are coming out. Those are going to be sent out soon. So yeah. What the Africa Personified? That's my page. That's my page. The other media platform that I'm working on that I'll go ahead and it's going to be a couple months from now. I've already kind of started it on Instagram a little bit, but I'm kind of keeping it on the wraps for right now because I'm just trying to fill it out. That's going to be for everybody. So if you have something you want to contribute towards it, then you submit it and we put it up there. As far as articles, original content, if you have content that's Pan-African based, okay, that's going to be the page for everybody. I'm going to be working with others. Africa Personified is search for Uhuru. That's pretty much kind of mine. So, it's Africa Personified. It's hold on. You don't see it on there? I'm on the page right now. Someone just liked my page now. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. I'm looking at it right now. Africa personified. It's right here. Okay. It's right here. Africa personified. Okay. It's up and running. Probably have to spell it out like 2 separate words, but it's up there. So yeah, I do sell clothing too. DynastyMirror.com. For the clothes, go to DynastyMirror.com. So yeah. Yeah, I gotta grow my seat. And that's the thing, Charles. I need a bigger platform, but I'm gonna have to build my own platform. That's the point. And I think that's what a lot of people who are pursuing Hollywood and who are complaining that Hollywood is not giving them a shot have to understand. You got to build your own platform. So I'm gonna be building my own platform. So yeah. All right, family. Anything else? Again, it's Africa personified on Facebook. Like the page, share it. Okay. Pretty much with the Africa personified page, all my videos and all my pictures are going to be on that. And also the blog is going to come out soon too. I'm working on the blog. Oh, another thing too, you guys, the .Africa extension. You know how you have .com? .Africa is out now. Okay. So I already got Africa personified .Africa. All right. It's out now. So you guys need to go ahead and hop on that as well. So yeah. Absolutely. That's the music. That's the plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm working on it. DynastyMirror.com. Go to DynastyMirror.com. That's for the clothing. Yeah. So again, I'm working on it, y'all. The platform is there. So again, I just want to make sure you guys see your Patreon and your super chat money at work. You know what I mean? Because it's easy. You know, I'm just being straight up, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. It's easy to get on here and run your mouth. Okay. Like I could go the easy route and just get on here and run my mouth and not do anything. But I got to get hands on so you guys can see your money at work. All right. So yeah. Absolutely. Prince, there's so much, man. I'm glad you brought that up. So the architecture I'm going to be promoting that I think is the most beautiful architecture is the Swahili architecture that you see like in Zanzibar and Tanzania. Swahili architecture. So I'm going to be promoting that as well. You know, it's coming. All that is coming, you guys. I'm just one man right now. Just one man. You know what I mean? I'm just one man. I'm trying to do it all. You know what I mean? Just one man. Let's see. Show you guys I got some new pieces from my art collection. Well, you guys already seen that. I got the mask. I already put that up there. Hold on. This is the email address. That's the email address. Yeah. Tara, try to email me again real quick, and then I'll let you know. And after that, I'll go ahead and log off. I might come back on later on tonight. But yeah. Oh, another thing. Does anybody know in the chat in African biologist? Does anyone know one? If you do, please email me. All right, we're working on a project in Senegal. Yeah. Low income investments. I'll see what's out there. You can do micro loans. Loan like $100 loans, charge interest. You can do something like that. I'm working on a project with a friend of mine in Senegal. Microfinance. Yeah, microfinance. I would, and I am. Okay, cool. All right, family. You guys got all the information. Just as for a project we're working on in Senegal, if you know an African biologist or a Black biologist who has a connection to Africa, okay, that's passionate about Africa. Again, passionate about Africa, not just a Black biologist, But yeah, him, that's the one. But we're looking for somebody here in America. So if you know an African or a black biologist here in America with a connection to Africa, okay, have him email me or reach out to me. Okay. All right, family, I'm out. Peace.